Good morning, everyone. This is the VeeFriends Comics Daily Comic Show. I'll be live all this week, 8 a.m. to 9:30 Eastern Time. I'm DJ Kaufman. This is VeeFriends. This is the VeeFriends Daily Comic Strip. If you're not familiar with VeeFriends, real fast, let's get into that. VeeFriends is over 280 characters created by Gary Vaynerchuk. You might know him on the internet as Gary V. Got all kinds of things going on at VeeFriends. We've got the trading card game. We've got the minis. Gary's got the new book. We got the VeeFriends new book, Meet Me in the Middle, coming out. Children's book, July 16th. It's coming up real fast. It's exciting. And of course, we've got VCon coming up. That's our convention. We'll have Friends Fest. I'll be there drawing live, and we'll have tons of awesome guests, speakers and things out in Los Angeles, August 9th through 11th. But yeah, VeeFriends is over 280 characters created by Gary V. They all have different traits. You can go on the website and explore those characters. We also have Comic Corner. So I'm DJ Kaufman. I am the cartoonist here, daily cartoonist. You can see all of these comics on the website. If you're looking for an archive, we're in month 7 right now. Or yeah, we're getting into month 7. That's crazy. Can't believe it's July 1st. So we'll take a look at some of the comics today. The first thing I like to do is, and I'll be checking out the chats too. Let me go live on Instagram. Okay. All right, live on Instagram now too. Sweet. If you're watching in the replay crew on YouTube, drop a comment, leave a message. I like to open up one of these. I'm going to open up 5 of these minis. These are the VeeFriends minis. A little pencil topper collectibles. I'm going to open up one for the stream here. Let's see. Got to get it just right. Let's see who's in here. Let's see who's hiding this little ball here. All right. We've got a bubblegum Humble Hedgehog. He smells like bubblegum, by the way. Gonna put him on the pencil. And in about 15 minutes or so, or I'll probably open about 5 of those per stream. How this is gonna go is I usually do a 10-minute, 15-minute warm-up. And that's usually with the character that I'm working on of the week. But since this is kind of a new thing that I'm going to be doing every day, and people always ask, like, how many VeeFriends have you drawn? I'm going to try to draw a new VeeFriend every day. Good morning, Cody, and good morning, patron, over on Facebook and YouTube. Good morning, everybody on Instagram. This is the daily comic strip. I'm going to be drawing it live here in a moment. This is my warm-up session right now. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open up a blank canvas, and one of the characters that was requested, not requested, but was asked about yesterday was the offense-oriented orangutan. So I said, well, maybe what I'll do every morning for the warm-up is I'll try to draw a VeeFriend that I've never drawn before. So I'm just going to paste him in there. And for the next 10 minutes or so, we'll talk, we'll chat. If you have a VeeFriend you want to see this week, me draw, like, hey, put the comments in, vote for your VeeFriend, and I'll try to sketch him up during the stream here. By the way, this week you'll see on the screen there we've got Tremendous Tiger. That comic's coming out probably 8:30 or something like that. So make sure you check in on that later. We'll take a look live once it's posted, a little bit closer to when it's posted, I think. Cool. All right. So offense-oriented orangutan. So every day I'm going to try, like I said, to sketch up a new VeeFriend. And what I do with the VeeFriends when I draw them for the first time is I always draw small. So I try to get their shape, their overall kind of shape going on, and I just shade it in a little bit. And like I like to do, figure out the different poses and things. So he's obviously got like a hunched over kind of, look here. his feet or hands, you know, that's kind of one of the distinguishing features of an orangutan. So I'm going to just draw his hand out like this. So you can see like it's a little pose. We're getting into it. Hey, good morning, Green Dog. What's up? Yeah, I'm going live 8 o'clock in the morning every morning here, Eastern Time. And if you're watching on a replay, do it. Say hello in the chat. Say hello in the comments over on YouTube. Probably is the best place to watch for that. I'll check the comments here in a second too, just to see what's up. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, Grinkle Vision. What's up, Al? Over on Instagram. Hope you're doing well. Sorry to be a stranger over in the drawing club. All right. Hey, thanks for watching over there. Thanks for the kind words there. Morning. Morning over on TikTok too. I just like to say good morning to everybody. Morning, Steve. Morning, Corso. Everybody else. AJ's Custom Rugs. We got some regulars over there on TikTok. It's pretty nice. Anyways, I'm sketching up. I've never drawn detailed or offense-oriented orangutan. I almost said detailed-oriented octopus. What? So yeah, I just kind of get in here. I make that shape. So you can kind of see them coming together if you like really look at it. This is kind of how I like to come up with the composition and poses, because sometimes those little scribbles will really capture some kind of pose that you can't really get from like being a really strict tight line art, so you got to keep it loose. Then I'll come in here on another layer and we'll see some of his details. He's got like those tufts of hair up on his he has tufts of hair up on his shoulders here. He looks like a pretty, he's a orangutan, so he's a kind of hairy creature for sure. We're gonna give him a nice cartoon hand here. I always count the fingers too, because you never know. Some VeeFriends have 3 fingers and some have 4, or 5 fingers. I mean, you know what I'm saying? 3 fingers and a thumb and whatnot. Yeah, this is the warm-up. So I haven't drawn anything today, so the first 10 minutes or so, I'm going to draw and chat with you. If you have a VeeFriend you'd like to see in the future in the warm-ups, and I'm probably going to end up using, I'm going to show you the warm-up I did for Tremendous Tiger. Let's look at that real quick. It should be in here somewhere. Where it be? Oh, here it is. This is great. So the idea with Tremendous Tiger is he was a little tiger, and he got tremendous. He got ripped. He got jacked. So you'll see that today. And he's also a luchador. So we'll get into that. But those are the same way I'm doing now. I'm messing with poses for the characters. I did the same thing with Driven Dragon. I do the same thing with just about every VeeFriends character the first time I draw them. So I'm sure I'll revisit this whenever offense or oriented orangutan is in the comic. I'm sure I'll do that. He's one of the signature VeeFriends, so he's got like Gary's scribbles. Will do that last. I also kind of look at like, okay, he's got little legs there. I always try to go off the version 2. If you don't know about VeeFriends, well, there's been version 1, which were the digital collectibles that came out. They were like the NFTs, the digital collectibles, and they were based on Gary's original drawings. And then the version 2s that came out were kind of what was on the trading card game, and it's basically what I base my drawings off of, but we can be a little bit more, iterate from it. So the characters will look a little different from the comic strips to the trading card games to the new animations that are coming out from Moonbug in I think late September, something like that. I'm gonna maybe say that you're probably, the chances are high, nothing official, but if you're gonna be at VCon, you're probably gonna get a good sneak peek at that show. I've been seeing the animatics coming in, and they're great. It's gonna be a really fun show on YouTube Kids from Moonbug and VeeFriends, and they're working real hard on the show, and excited about that. We got a lot of stuff coming from VeeFriends. A lot of things I can't talk about. You old holders out there, you all the original fans, they're always like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I'm like, "I can't tell you, because Andy will break my legs." No. Can't wait to see Grateful Gar. Okay, Grateful Gar. Let's just write down some other characters for the warm-up this week. Grateful Gar. Got my little timer here. And then we're going to get right into... I like that he's got... His brow is very distinctive. So, it kind of looks like my old father-in-law, actually. When I see a brow like that, I'm like, that's kind of a Terry brow. Alright. Offense-oriented orangutan. His head is kind of... You gotta keep it a small dome there. Maybe even smaller than that. Let's see. It's just a warm-up sketch. If I was going to do a whole week of his comics, I'd probably be doing like all those poses like I just showed on for the Tremendous Tiger. That's what I'm going to be working on today in a second here, is the new Tremendous Tiger comic strip. And I forget the name, but this was a young lady over on Instagram commented and said, "I can't wait for orangutan to be in the comics." So I was like, oh, you know what? Get that a lot. We get a lot of, will you please put this character in that? So like this could be a time where I'm, this first 10 minutes or so of warming up, just to show you kind of like the very first time I'm drawing the offense-oriented orangutan. Not very happy with his head here. I'm gonna figure this out. Cat. The wonders of live streaming. I got my cat. She loves to come in and out, in and out, in and out. She knocks on the door and then leaves, and then still not completely happy with this head, but I'm going to leave it alone. It's just a warm-up sketch. Offense-oriented orangutan. And I know that the signatures kind of go down. Well, they are sideways on his arms. You know. I always joke that like Gary must have like went to a zoo and just started like Sharpieing, signing all of the animals, some of the animals there. So those are the signature VeeFriends, which, you know, I guess the signatures and the fives could end up meeting something. He was pretty excited that got put on the site, that you could actually sort by signature and the ones that have the hidden fives. Not really hidden, but they're on there. Okay, that's the warm up. You heard the the alert. We're gonna take a look at the sketch again for Tremendous Tiger, and while I'm doing that, we'll open up another mini. I'll take a look at the chat. What's up? Good morning, everybody. Hope you're gonna have a great day. It's Monday. Hopefully you're not having those, you know, Monday feelings. But if you are, okay. Bubblegum duck. We'll put the other ones that I'm gonna open up 5 of these throughout the stream, so we'll just switch them out. Bubblegum Decisive Duck. Let's rock him on there. And warm-up is done. I've got some little timers set to remind myself to reset the stream. If you're just joining, looks like there's a good many people watching right now. If you're new to VeeFriends, please check us out at VeeFriends.com. You can see that it's over 280 characters created by Gary Vaynerchuk. You might know him as Gary V. Also, he's excited to have, we're all excited, but he's super excited to have his new children's book coming out real soon, July 16th. There'll be a special stream with that. Trading card game, these minis that I've been opening throughout the stream, and of course VCon. We're real excited about VCon coming up on August 9th and 11th. 9th through 11th. My bad. So everything you want to know about VeeFriends is at VeeFriends.com. I am DJ Kaufman. I am the cartoonist here at VeeFriends. We do a daily comic strip, and that's what I'm doing. Drawing the daily comic strip right now. So let's get into that. I'll check the chat occasionally. In a little bit, probably 8:30, we'll take a look at today's comic. Actually, the first thing I want to do is, it's really cool because I have these folders like June, May, so we're in July now. This is the 7th month, going into the 7th month of doing this, and I feel pretty comfortable now. You know, we've been doing a lot of testing. You know, even with these streams, getting the graphics set up, getting it kind of going. I'm feeling pretty comfortable right now with going live more often and maybe even longer in the future. But let's take a look at yesterday's Sunday comic. So there's this man, he's working, he's like, is this all there is? This may be how you're feeling this morning, that you're going to work. But hang in there. Genuine Giraffe's telling him, you know, no way. Sounds like you forgot who you really are, your true self. He's like, what do you mean? I'm too old to start a new career. He's like, not a job, silly, a dream. The life you wanted before the rest of the world told you whatever you wanted was impossible. And Ray, we'll call him here as a Steve or Ray. You're right. I don't remember how. He says, I got you. Let me show you how. So he gives him a little exercise here of closing your eyes, picturing yourself as a kid. What did you wish to do when you were 8 years old? What were you wanting to be? An astronaut, race car driver, fireman, princess, whatever you want it to be. And he sees that he wanted to be a mysterious wrestler. And he's like, but that's impossible. I'm too out of shape for that now. Too old and out of shape. And Genuine Giraffe reminds him, it's just like your limited beliefs. You can picture a new way of doing that. And, you know, classic, we cut to, he's launched some kind of podcast, Lucha Live. And his first guest is El Tigre Tremendo. Which is Tremendous Tiger. So this is kind of like the Sundays leading into the new weekly character. So last week it was Genuine Giraffe. This week it is Tremendous Tiger. A whole new month. A whole new batch of comics to get to. And we'll take a look at today's comic a little bit. Hey, what's up, Instagram? How's it going? Hey, make sure you like the comic today. Go back and just like all of our posts, really. But trying to build out our Instagram and be live a little bit more. This is awesome. Hey, thanks. Thank you. I'm going to get right into the process here of drawing these comics. I've got a little break set, so I'm going to open up more of these minis as well. Put that one there. Just answering some questions real quick. Yep, I'm going to do this every day this week and almost every day next week. I have a dentist appointment next week, so, you know. as long as I'm healthy, I'm going to try to do this every day. So it's just an hour and a half, 90 minutes. I'm drawing on an iPad Pro in Procreate. I get that question a lot. Hello from Bad Egg Community. Hey, Bad Egg Community, what's up? Love the bad eggs. I can't pronounce your name over on Twitter. I mean, over on YouTube, sorry. Looks like it's maybe Russian. Something T. Narop T. Bad Egg Community. Right on. Okay, so you can see here, I'm doing that thing again where I have these gestures in here. And I'm going to turn the lettering off just for now. Because I just want to focus on... Sometimes if you're working on comics, especially, and you have the lettering on and you're just thinking about the words, your drawings can be really boring, like talking heads. So I like to focus on the energy. And in this case, I'm kind of going off that last Sunday a little bit with the guy imagining himself as a kid, wanting to be a pro wrestler, mysterious wrestler. So I'm going to just draw that out kind of again, but in a different, a different sense. Probably a different kid. It's not the same guy. But the idea here is that the kid is kind of like, I don't know, if you were ever a little kid and you dressed up like your favorite wrestler or superhero or something like that. And he's super stoked and excited. So I'm going to just put a big smile on his face. We'll start with that. It's probably not even a big enough smile. Good with the mask. His eyes will be real big. He's kind of looking up. I want him to be looking this way. Did anyone else out there dress up as like superheroes or anything when you were a kid? I'm trying to remember, like there was a show called Greatest American Hero when I was a kid. I loved that show. And I wore like a cape around the house and jumped off of things. Orion, good morning. Cody on Facebook dressed up as Power Rangers. Right on. Anybody else? We did backyard wrestling, which was very dangerous now that I think about it. As an adult, I'm like, man, so many times we should have probably been in the hospital or something, but we just, broke each other and then just dusted it off and went and sucked it up, I guess. Oh, man. Backyard wrestling. Oh, my goodness. Do kids even do that anymore? Like, I don't know. Get really big. See, these are the things I like to think about when I'm drawing. So that's the energy I'm trying to capture. This kid's got like a mask on, Luchador mask. But he's really like skinny. That's the idea. Someone's going to be telling him like, you're too scrawny, kid, Sorry if I miss any comments. I'll check back. If you're watching on a replay, make sure you say hello. In the future here, how I want to do it for anybody paying attention is I also have some things I'd like to probably give away. Got some surprises. Got to figure out the best way of doing that, but the way that you'll do that, and also for the replay people, because I know not everybody can join at 8 a.m. in the morning. This is just the time of day that I'm starting my work, so hopefully it kind of gives you a nice thing to focus on first thing in the morning. Spend some time with some VeeFriends before you go off to do whatever you're doing. But for those that are paying attention and are really like tuned in, I like to reward those people. So throughout the stream, maybe not today's stream because I haven't really quite figured it out yet, but future streams, you know, set your alarm or whatever, and I'm going to try to make it so that I can give away something interesting to the people that really are super fans. Stoked. Could be anything. Could be an interesting free t-shirt that you might not have seen before, or a custom drawing. We've got some original sketch cards out there in the wild. I'm not sure how sustainable that is for me to do. Every time I post one, I get more people asking for them, and that's fun. I'm glad that they're and I owe people some. So if I owe you one, don't worry. My wife is on me about it now too. So she's gonna make sure that I'm on track. I'm like, yeah, I'll get it. I got plenty of time. But it's not that I'm putting it off. It's just that I like to say yes to everything, and then, you know. Alright, cool. We got this little kid. I don't know what the color of his wrestling outfit will be, but let's just put a little star on here. Just got a couple little stars or something. Do that. Alright, so there's our Lucha Kid. And what's going on here is, and even if you see this comic being drawn, please go and when you see the finished comic, make sure you comment on it and say like, hey, I watched that being drawn. You know, it's part of the game out here in social media. Like, we're here, you're spending some time. I really appreciate you spending any of your minutes even watching this. E. Gannon surgery is today. Hey, good luck with your surgery. I don't know what's up. Hopefully it's nothing serious. I used to be really afraid of going to doctors and surgeries and stuff, but we live in such a good time right now. Like, we're pretty much, it's commonplace. Surgeries are so easy. Dentist, going to the dentist is so easy. I mean, it's safe, pretty much. Yeah, whatever you got going on, hopefully it goes good, man. Alright, let's see what that is. Uh-oh. TikTok stream lagging a lot. I'm gonna try and fix that right now. Let's go mobile. Corso, thanks for the heads up. TikTok stream was lagging. I'm gonna try and get off my Wi-Fi over there. Let's see if that works. Maybe the Wi-Fi is dragging. I don't know. That's the sound of resetting the stream. Let me get this bubble in here real quick. Get this fat chance kid coming from off. Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen on a live stream. Like, some days Instagram will be a problem and it's freezing. Hopefully let me know in the chat if the streams are going well. If they're not freezing or whatever, it should be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and get off my Wi-Fi. See if that worked. Better now? Okay, I think I got off my Wi-Fi on TikTok. Sorry, guys. Not much I can do about that. Some days they're probably gonna ultimately die. The live stream might die, and that's just how it goes. But okay. So if you're watching now, there's 257 watching. That's awesome. Thanks for watching, guys, across all platforms. Appreciate you. If you're new to VeeFriends, please check out VeeFriends.com. It's over 280 characters created by Gary Vaynerchuk with awesome traits. Soft skills. We're making soft skills cool, you know. Talking about things like consistency. This week we're talking about tremendous tiger. So the topic of tremendous, being tremendous in spirit, having tremendous goals, sending tremendous amounts of love to people, gratitude, all that stuff. That amplification of bigger than big is tremendous. But yeah, we've got the VeeFriends trading card game. We've got the VeeFriends minis, which I'm going to pop one off right now. Let's just open this one up, and then we'll save the other ones. I take these to the drawing night and give out the pencil toppers to the other artists. They like them. Artists are pretty easy to please. You just give them something to put on the pencil and they're good. Intuitive Iguana. Emerald version. Let's just pop him on here. I've got 2 more to open during the stream, but I'm going to get into actual crunching out this comic. At least some of the pencils on this comic are pigs. We'll open up a green one next. Set him up there. Do you use the mom? Tweeter, I don't know what you mean. I don't use the mom. Maybe you misspelled that. Let's see. Just scan the comments real quick before I put my head down again. Who am I? I am DJ Kaufman. Hello, I am the cartoonist here at VeeFriends. VeeFriends is awesome. You should check it out. So, there, that's the reset now. Gannon, eye surgery, cataract. Oh yeah, that's a. I don't want to say it's an easy surgery, but I've got some friends that had cataract surgery. You're gonna be like, wow. I don't know how bad your cataract was, but you're gonna be like, holy cow, I can see. You know. All right, so this basically this fella here, and I put him in a fedora, is like dissing this kid. Like going, hey kid, fat chance. Alright. I might come back later on too in the day for people that want to see like just me working. I might pop back on depending on, I don't want to take any other streams away, but I might pop back onto the Instagram and just set up my like deep work stream where I'm just drawing and you know, just working on the comics. Some people say I might not be able to talk the whole time. Not that it slows me down or anything, it's just, you know, I'm making up we make up these humans. Sometimes like the humans pop off and they're like real like that's how one of our characters, kind of side characters, is Bare Minimum Bob, and that's kind of how he came to be. It was just a very random, you know, random thing. But I remember when I was a kid, this is kind of the energy I'm trying to bring to this, is like, you know, you're a little kid, you're excited, you're a scrawny little guy, you want to do something, and then there's some adult that's like, pah, keep dreaming, kid. And that's just the suckiest feeling when you're a little kid, because you're full of dreams and like hope, and then some adult comes and just squashes your vibe, kills your vibe. And it's happened to so many. I know so many. I've talked to so many artists, you know. And boy, oh boy, is that prevalent. I'm sure it's across all creative mediums, but I talk to artists mostly, so, and I hear it over and over again that like, man, I wanted to do this, but then my teacher said this or that. You gotta find a way to block out that stuff. You know, some people use it as fuel. I don't know if that's healthy or not. I did that. I used it as fuel, you know. When someone told me I couldn't do something, I was like, I'll show you, you know. But then when you finally do show them, then what? You know, that's kind of the problem with having that energy. So I did show people that I was, you know, whenever I first started drawing comics, I started getting like paying jobs from small writers and things, and was able to pay my bills. Nobody in my neighborhood understood what it was I did. People were like, how does he get magical money? He must be dealing drugs or something, you know. And like, no, nobody understood or treated it like real work. And then I was like, I'll show you. And I had a web comic that probably made, you know, six grand a month from like sponsorships and merch, and it was a lot of hard work, but I still didn't get the respect. There wasn't like this respect feeling, like everyone was just down on it, like, oh, that's cute, but that'll never last. Like, it just, people suck sometimes, you know, but you gotta let them do that and just ignore that. At some point you gotta get to the point in your life where you're not listening to those voices, and you're just like, because when you do achieve that, if you're using that as fuel, and then you're like, see, I did it, haha, they're gonna be like, they're still not gonna be impressed with you. Trust me, they're gonna be like, yeah, great, that's great, it'll never last. Like, oh, you made it, it'll never last. And then you're gonna be like, I'll show you it lasts, rah, and then you just turn into a monster. Sounds far-fetched, but I know some artists that happen too. And for me, I just kind of just consistent. It bummed me out when people would be like that, especially people that I admired or you know, maybe I was trying to impress. But when you do, even if you achieve it, then you're like, what about me though? Like, what makes me happy? So this is what makes me happy. You know, just the process of it, or even just being grateful for having this job and having cool, you know, such a cool community and cool co-workers and a cool boss and bosses, I guess you could say. This seems weird to even say boss. It's not like anybody bossing anybody. Yeah, if they're not happy with themselves, they're not going to be happy with you. Yeah, it takes so long to understand that. It just does. You know, can't explain it. I'm using Procreate, yes. Little Town Creation on TikTok. I use Procreate. I love Procreate. Rocky, truth, I stopped caring about the audience at 11. Very, very lucky. There you go. AJ's Custom Rug said that when he started making rugs, people around him were skeptical. I mean, I can only imagine, like, if you went, like, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to create custom rugs. And people were like, what? Yeah, you'll never be good enough for everyone else. So, you know what? F everybody else, guys. Do it for you. And that's the best. That's the best feeling. And you know what? For years I was doing it. I was still having my day job, and I was still just drawing comics on the side after many years of doing it full time. I still did my comics on the side. I didn't make any money with it. I just did it for myself, and really just to sharpen my own skills. And I did some paid work on the side still, but my main day job was my work, and I was happy. I was fine with that. Until I wasn't. You know, and I was like, wait a minute. I really want to have a go at this again. You know, whether it's through the YouTube channel or working for a cool brand like this. Like, the opportunity came to work at VeeFriends, and I was like, heck yeah, this is right up my alley. Like, the topics. If you've watched any of the other streams before, if you haven't watched any of the streams before, I usually get to talking about life and stuff, my own experiences, because that's what I'm doing as an artist anyways. You know, I'm thinking about those times that some jerk in a weird dumb hat told me that I couldn't do something, you know. Some old man. happy with his deal. That's why we got these tiger paws coming in here. You see what's happening? Giant, tremendous tiger paws coming in. This is pretty cool. You guys can't see it, but I've got these little timers down there on my stream deck. So I got like a 3-minute timer going to remind myself to reset the stream and just open a mini or whatever. Thought about that. I've been thinking about this format of the streams for a while. It's essentially just me yammering, but what kind of rugs would make you money? Yeah, I'm sure that it's tough. If they're not happy with themselves, okay. Hey, thanks for the kind words over there on Instagram. Appreciate you on Instagram. Instagram especially, that's if you want to see some of my commentary on strips and stuff, I'm gonna probably comment more on the Instagram. So if you want to drop your stories and let's use the Instagram comments as sort of our community vibe. If you want to comment on the comics, tell me they're good or bad, or if they hit something, a memory for you or something. Share that story, and I'll probably share some of more of my insights or thoughts on things over there every day. Been kind of trying to get in there, mix it up. We've got some trolls, that's how it is on the internet sometimes. There's a couple guys, maybe we'll turn them around now. That's always my hope, is the people that were trolling us will be like, you know what, this is pretty good. I feel pretty good about it. I mean, they keep showing up. That's how I've always felt about when I'm talking to other creators and they're like, all it takes is that one bad comment that makes you feel bad. That doesn't happen for me. I don't dwell on somebody saying something rude. It's almost like haha, here's someone that we can maybe, not turn around, but maybe we will. Who knows? There we go. Get that. Now that I said that the vibe was crushed, I kind of want this this vibe dying here somehow. I don't know how to visualize that. His vibe is just falling apart. Did that kind of a couple weeks ago with the Flexing Fox, where the vibe was just he had a high vibe and then the vibe is now dying. I don't know if it translates really well into the comic. I don't know. I'm exploring that. I liked when I said that though, that it just kind of kills your vibe whenever someone is shitting on you like that. Oh, I swore. Oh no. I try not to swear. Try not to. Do my best. Do I have a set schedule when I come online? This week I do, and next week for sure. 8 a.m. Eastern Time, I'll be here. 8 a.m. Eastern Time to 9:30 is what I have locked in. That's my time to reset the stream. Those go by fast, man. Alright. So what I'm doing here is I'm drawing the daily comic strip for VeeFriends. Actually, we can take a look at today's comic now. Let's do that. So we've got day one. Now that I told you earlier in the stream, earlier in the video, if you were listening, version 1 was Gary's drawing of the Tremendous Tiger, which you can also see on the website underneath the character profile. You can watch him drawing it. So we got the small Tremendous Tiger, and I saw this meme of day one day looking in the mirror, and I was like, this is cool, and I just saw that. Actually, it's kind of faded out. Let's see. I have these effects so that it looks more like a mirror going on here. Oh, come on. So he's looking at himself in the mirror going, I want to be big like you. He's like, but I feel too small and weak to make a difference. And then the voice is like, for now, you know, who you are today doesn't dictate who you will be. It's time to level up. He's putting his hand paw out. And then they're walking away in the mirror. Like, where are we going? To become your future self. First stop, the gym. Now, it's kind of a nice little like, hey, when you see your future self, either that or this giant tiger has just stolen this child into the mirror dimension. You know, but that's not what happened. They're just walking into the future together. Because I think, like, to me, Tremendous Tiger has a tremendous vision too. Everything's tremendous. Like his vision, his spirit, his whatever. He sees himself, he sees you bigger than you could ever be. And he's very encouraging. The vibe melting is a good idea. Unfortunately, those comments cut me and fester no matter. Yeah, so Little Town Creation, those comments cut you and make you feel bad. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of a time when bad comments online hurt my feelings, and maybe early on in the webcomic days we would have these, like, you know, they're almost like fun fights, like fighting each other on the internet. But it gets so tiring and old. I think it's just like toxic. If you're new to VeeFriends, go to VeeFriends.com. We've got the trading card game. We've got the minis. And new book coming out. Meet Me in the Middle, children's book, July 16th. VCon's coming up, August 9th through 11th. You can get all this information on VeeFriends.com. There's over 280 characters you can check out on the site. That's Accountable Ant, Alpha Alligator. And we've got many, many characters here. Actually, if you refresh the page, they change every time. Because we have so many, we're just like, let's just make them refresh every time. Vibe and Vampire. We're talking about the Vibe right now. Dedicated Dragonfly. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, these oh look, Hot Shit Hornet. Hot Stuff Hornet for the YouTube Kids Ground. And we've got the animation coming out too, from Moonbug. So yeah, you can see here. What time is it? It's 8:49. All right, cool. I'm gonna be able to get to some inking here. Yeah, the vibe melting or kind of crumbling would work. You know, it'll be kind of like faded out too. We'll figure that out. I like that idea. I like the visually showing somebody's vibe dying. So then we got, now I'm gonna draw El Tigre Tremendo here. He is a luchador now. He's grown up to be a luchador. I'll talk about that in a second too. As far as the first time I was drawing a character called Curious Crane, her face kind of had a luchador looking thing around the eyes, and then I realized quite a few of the VeeFriends have that, and so does Tremendous Tiger. He's got kind of a wrestling mask on his face kind of thing, you know, the shapes. So that's kind of what I'm going with here. Now, I've got the pose, but it's not going to look exactly like that. It's just enough to go off of. So I want those arms to be big. Real, you know, almost superhero-ish, but not. This would be the palm of his paw. Kind of holding the dude up. So yeah, this week's topic, you'll see it a lot across the social channels and whatnot, is Tremendous. So the character of the week is Tremendous Tiger. And I kind of visualized him as, I got to write the character bio internally, and I kind of visualized him as like sort of like a Arnold Schwarzenegger meets The Rock meets Tony Robbins, those old school workout guys that were very motivational and wise. And actually I want his pattern to have changed into a big giant heart, a tremendous heart shape. And you know, then my imagination gets cooking. People are probably like, DJ, you're weird. But guess what? Surprise. When my imagination gets cooking about like this luchador thing, because Eric, the creative director, as soon as I showed him this, he was like on fire too. He's like, oh man, this is great, you know. I'm like, cool, like maybe there's a whole, maybe like El Tigre Tremendo here runs the V Lucha League. So my brain just started, my creative brain just started cooking, you know. But it really depends on if we put it out and the people are digging it. So if you're like, I love this idea, please make you can even see, like, let me go back and show you. This is where my brain's been for a couple days. Gonna drift off into luchador land. You can see, like, on the wall back here, I was like putting lucha masks on. Genuine giraffe and patient panda. Here's the eagle. I don't know if anyway, like, you gotta really zoom in to see that, but he's there. So like, yeah, it's a fun, just a goofy, you know, it could be a one-off thing we don't go back to, but it could also be something that lasts. Let's see. All right. Back to the comic real quick. What do we got? My timers are set to 16 minutes and 33 minutes. Okay. Let's open up another VeeFriend Mini here. Let's do this. We'll have this one, and then we'll have one more at the very end. Keep watching the streams this week. I'm going to have a surprise giveaway this week. But you got to be paying attention. So you might have to watch the replays too. I want to be fair. You know, oh look, we got a Slay and Slug detailed version. Gonna pop off the intuitive iguana there. If you don't know about these VeeFriends minis, go to the website. They're collectible. They're around the uh-oh, what did I do? The minis have different seasons. There are these machines that are around the country. So there's a map to see where you can get them. You can actually buy your own machines too. Put them into businesses. Make some money. But these are the rarities. So you can see the detailed ones are about 8%. Gold ones are 3%, and then diamond are 2%. So they're pretty cool. This is what a diamond one looks like. This is the aspiring alpaca diamond. So it's like one of the rarest ones. So yeah, collect them. They're seasons 1 and 2. Slay and Slug here is from season 1. And I've got a bag of season 1 and 2, so I just open them up randomly and put them on. I've got artists asking me for them. I don't really, you know, you can probably go to eBay and find bags of them. But, or, you know, if I see you in person or something, I can throw you a couple. But love the minis, love the energy. Seasons 3 and 4 are coming soon. I'll probably have those on the stream as well. The cool thing about those is like once seasons 3 and 4 come out, they're not making any more seasons 1 and 2. So like, you know, these are the first collectibles of the VeeFriends universe. Really. These minis, the trading cards, the comic stickers, super stickers and things. So like, now's the time to grab some of this stuff. I'm not saying that you should or whatever, but like, we're gonna be at this for a while. So he doesn't have, I want to draw claws on him, but he doesn't have claws on his paws, on his main paw hands. He only has claws on his feet. So I kind of stick to that. But he can have the paw, you know. Just like that he's kind of like coming in there. Right. Back to this here. Pose. How long have I been drawing? I've been drawing for a long time. I answer this two ways. I've drawn my whole life, you know, as far as I can remember. I love to draw. When I was 8 years old, I had the epiphany that, holy cow, this is someone's job, and I want it to be my job too. And so I had cartoon tunnel vision my entire life. Some of my teachers didn't like that very much, but meh. And I got my first, we'll say, professional comics work. I'm trying to figure out how to make this hand here. It's kind of a weird. Okay, that's what I was doing right. I got my first paying work probably in 1998, and then I did 13 years full-time comics and licensed stuff for 13 years before taking a day job, again working for a company that worked with YouTubers for their merch. So I did that job for 10 years, and I worked with a lot of famous YouTubers with their merch, and I still drew my comics on the side for myself, like I was saying earlier. So but it wasn't until 2023 I decided, I was like, I do want to get back into this, you know, like listening to people like Gary and my friends, my other creator friends, like my personal creator friends. I was only listening to Gary from afar, but you know, I'm like, hey, I'm not getting any younger, and am I going to regret not giving it another go? And then this opportunity kind of came about, and here we are. So yeah, but I've been doing it for a long time. I run a small brand for artists called Draw or Die. That's to encourage my art friends, keep you motivated and drawing every day. We got the daily drawing club. My wife helps run that, make sure that all the stuff gets shipped on time. I'm pretty notorious for like letting things slide. All right, cool. Let's yeah, but I've been at it for a while, so what I always will go back to almost every day is, I always tell my friends and my new friends, old friends, like, hey, what did you want to be when you were a kid? You know, like, what did you want to do? I mean, I understand sometimes that could be not realistic, you know. I want to be a wizard or something, you know, but most times it is something like some big dream of like being a baseball star or a wizard, or I mean a baseball star or a race car driver or something like that, but then the rest of the world tells you, you know, it's impossible. So I want to get in here, and yeah, so throughout the week I'm going to be working on the different comics, and I've got a goal to, I always have a goal to be ahead. We just haven't been ahead for a long time, so, but I mean it this time. We're going to get ahead, and so, you know, as we pull ahead, you're going to be seeing comics that are from the future, like, so, but when you see those comics live on the internet, I hope that you'll say, hey, I watched a piece of that, or I'm the guy that gave him the idea that the vibe should be melting. You know, like, I like the interactive part of this experience too. Be a little careful with it, you know, like, of course, VeeFriends owns everything. So, what's my favorite comic I've worked on? VeeFriends wise, or I'll answer both. I had my Hero by Night comic was my favorite comic to draw. And then for VeeFriends, man, I love them all. Every new comic is my favorite comic. Even the ones that don't, you know, like, necessarily perform well. I'm like, man, I thought that one was great. I'm pretty excited about the comics. Actually, I drew a lot of the comics I'll talk about that I think about top of my head, that come to the top of my mind. There's a book that I did with a writer named James Patrick. It's so hard to find. It's called Staring at the Sun, and that book was one of my first paid gigs from Jim Patrick, and it was about a little boy in Catholic school who had an imaginary friend named Brisby, and like, he was being, you know, pretty much abused and like beat by these nuns, and then like Brisby like helps him escape, you know. But it was a very personal project for James, but I just had a blast drawing that imaginary Brisby, and that was a good one. I really have good memories of drawing that book. Also, I was very young still, and it helped me. It helped me get better at working with James Patrick. He was like a good editor, so he wasn't afraid to tell me like, this panel looks a little junk, you know. So I'll still hear, when you have mentors like that you don't even know they're mentors, they're basically just friends now, but I can still hear James or Jim in my head sometimes when I'm drawing. I can hear his like, maybe you should, I could kind of hear his voice too. He's kind of like Larry David-ish voice. Maybe you wanna, why don't you try, why don't you go with a different angle there? You know. No offense, Jim. He's not gonna watch this. He's busy. He's busy living his dreams. Maybe. If someone alerts him to it. There we go. That's fun. He's like, don't listen to that hater. Was it scary transitioning from corporate work to a full comic? No. I enjoyed my job for the most part at the corporate gig. It's just that I started to become more corporate. Like, the more successful I was at that job, the more I went up the chain, and I was in charge of P&L and all this stuff. You know, I could still be creative, but I guess integrity and, you know, my own personal ethics and things, plus my desire to want to do my own thing again, and it didn't help that I was surrounding myself with creator friends like Daniel Batal and Roberto Blake and all of these creators that were like, DJ, you're so talented, you should be. And I'm like, I used to do that. It's not a sustainable, blah, 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 blah. I would just tell myself these limited things. And then one day I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm going to do it. I'm getting out of here. Shocked shocked the company a little bit when I decided to split. But ironically, my German friends, they always say you always meet twice, meaning don't burn a bridge. You may meet again. They say you always meet twice. And funny enough, they're the ones that print the comfort collection for VeeFriends. Absolutely no other connection there. They were signing on. VeeFriends was signing on with them as I was leaving, and really weird how the universe works. But they are one of the best print-on-demand services in the world, so it makes sense. And I helped build that company, so it's funny. It's funny how that worked out. And now, they're even a sponsor at VCon this year. So I'll be seeing some of my old boss will be there. He's great, Dennis. Shout out to Dennis. And I think it's important to kind of keep good relationships. Even if things didn't go quite, it's just business, but like having that network of people and just being, you got to be cool. Like, be cool. Don't be a jerk. We had people that left the company that were total jerks, and that's a shame. It's a shame because that's how I remember them. Like, they left in a not so pleasant way. And it's like life. You always meet twice. I learned so much at that job. So grateful for that. Even the tough conversations I had to have about leaving, and but boy, it worked out for me because I'm doing my dream job now. Let's see here. Got a minute till the reset. Okay, someone asked, what is this? I think it's time for a reset. I'm drawing a daily comic strip for VeeFriends. Daily is Monday through Sunday. So this is the live stream where I'm drawing that for 90 minutes. I'm drawing it all day, but here nor there. VeeFriends, if you go to VeeFriends.com, you'll see that we have over 280 characters created by Gary Vaynerchuk. We've got a trading card game. We've got these VeeFriends minis. New children's book coming out July 16th. Meet Me in the Middle. It's pretty cool. It's like a flip book. You can read it one way and flip it the other way and then read it from the other perspective of the other character. It's pretty cool. VCon's coming up August 9th through 11th in Los Angeles. And we'll have Friends Fest there, and I'll be at Friends Fest drawing live. We're taking over like a whole block downtown, LA Live. But yeah, the VeeFriends are awesome. This is Accountable Ant. We like to say it's like Sesame Street meets Pokemon. I like to say it's like, age range wise, I think it's for the 8-year-old and everybody. Like, that's what I say. Because there's adults, I'm learning from it. There's all different types of characters here. Even when I'm drawing the comics and thinking about the topics, tremendous, being tremendous, what does that mean? Really attacking your life, attacking your life with a tremendous spirit, waking up for the day and getting at it, whatever it is you're doing. I think that's this tremendous spirit that you can have. Tremendous, everything. The cool thing about Tremendous Tiger to me is pairing him with another VeeFriend is like you can have patience. So this is Patient Panda here. But can you have tremendous patience? So that's something to think about. Like tremendous willpower. Adventurous Astronaut, by the way, thanks Keith. I was missing this one. I'm actually missing a couple others too now, I realized. But I'm missing the giraffe and the gorilla. Gratitude Gorilla. But I really wanted the astronaut. It was hard to find in those blind boxes. Keith brought that to me at Kansas City Con. But yeah, these empathy elephant. How can you have tremendous empathy for people, right? So I'm thinking about that when I'm ideating comic strips or whenever, and then Gary has the twist of it can't just be that basic. I mean, it can be that basic, but it shouldn't be that basic, I think. Is Gary will say, each character on their best day they're this, and on their worst day they're that. And what's the character that brings them back to the middle? So, that's what's kind of in our mindsets as we're working on these characters and building this brand. Say hello in the chat. If you're new to VeeFriends, let me know in the chat. If you are familiar with VeeFriends and you're listening right now, let me know who your favorite VeeFriend is and why. The why is important to me. Like, why are you vibing with that character right now? Like, what is it about that topic or that character that you dig? Some people will just say, like, I don't know, man, I just really like cobras. Well, that's fine. We have Confident Cobra. I like llamas, Everyone has a favorite animal. That can be pretty basic, but there might be something about Gratitude Gorilla that you're like, gratitude has changed my life, or something that really kind of gives you juice, when you see the character, it's a reminder to you, like, be patient, or something like that. AJ's Custom Rugs, thanks for watching. Appreciate you over on TikTok. Have a good day. I'll be live every day this week, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Time to 9:30 a.m. Is he skinny enough? Okay, that's him. All right, yeah, and I put those stars on his chest. Okay. Do that. I'm going to start inking our tiger here. Let's do that. It'll be fun to ink up. We'll do this for the rest of the stream, I think. Inking this El Tigre Tremendo. El Tigre Tremendo? Yeah. El Tigre Tremendo. Okay. So yeah, these are the daily comic show will be like this. And tomorrow I'll probably be working on a different strip. Every day I'll be working on a different strip, and hopefully, if everything works out, I'll be working on next week's strips this week as we pull ahead and get closer to VCon. I'll have some surprises at VCon if you're there. And I'll have some surprises on the stream this week and next week. But you can only know by watching. Even if you're watching the replay, I'll make it fair. So if you come back in and just listen to the replay in one of these future streams here this week, I'm gonna drop some fun stuff. Might show some cool things. I'm not gonna say what it is right now. I want you to tune in, even just for a little bit, or on a replay over on YouTube. Make sure you say hello in the comments. Appreciate that. And hopefully become part of your day, even if it's just for 10 minutes or something. If you pop in, soak up the good vibe, and then go on about your day, because no matter what is going to happen to you today, I want you to think of this crazy Luchador tiger today and how you weren't expecting that. Nobody in the VeeFriends community was expecting this. Not even me. Like, it just came. That sounds weird, doesn't it? Like when I was on stage at we were at Kansas City Collecticon the weekend before last, and I was talking, and that the process of creativity sometimes is you get the basis of the character in your head, and then you just let the character speak. And this character wanted to be a wrestler, and I think that's just an amalgamation of, you know, Gary loved wrestling. We've talked about wrestling before. Big wrestling fan back when I was a wrestling fan. We're talking the 1980s WWF WrestleManias, like the original ones. And then there was like the lucha, you know, for me, I was always like, oh, the lucha stuff is pretty cool. Like these masked wrestlers that, you know, just seem like superhero type characters. They could just be so big and bulky, you know, like I'm not worried about anatomy or much of that at all. Like we're just drawing the tremendous tiger. And if you like the idea of a luchador league for the VeeFriends, shout it out. Let me know. Is there a character you would want to see in their luchador character form? That could be a fun little side thing that we do. Or it could be something that we just trash and say no more. But if you're digging it, let us know. Hey, good morning, Zen. Lotus over on Michelle over on TikTok's in the middle of her workout. Just wanted to say hi. Thanks for saying hello. Have a good workout. This guy's Tremendous Tiger's also working out. He's like lifting this dude. He's lifting this hater up. So don't listen to the haters today. You're gonna encounter almost every day. You're gonna encounter somebody that's like complaining about something or trying to pull you into their mess, and it's real easy to get stirred up sometimes about things. So try to ground yourself, and stay focused on what you want. What's going to make you happy, because all these other things in the world, they suck sometimes, but the world's going to keep spinning. Like, you got to do what you can amongst your community and your personal life and family, and take care of yourself and your mental health, and that's what I'm yammering about here this morning. Indeed. Maybe a little Spanish. You know, my Spanish is a little rusty, but thank goodness we've got, you know, translator tools. But this is El Tigre Tremendo, the Tremendous Tiger. If you missed today's comic, go check it out. I was kind of given a free rein. There was no hey, this one's open season on Tremendous Tiger, and I'm like, all right, well, number one, I wanted to have a Gary vibe, so I know he loves wrestling. Also, all the motivational people out there that are like tremendous, I thought of like big, you know, muscles. Arnold Schwarzenegger, The Rock, Tony Robbins, these big motivational, you know, get you going sort of characters. And now got one in VeeFriends. He's Tremendous Tiger. So yeah, every day this week I'll be live, 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. I may come back on later on the Instagram, just an Instagram live, pretty much for some deep work. I'm gonna get rid of this copy here if I can. Just want to see just in case I draw through. But yeah, check back in this week on the streams. I'm gonna be giving away some stuff. Gotta figure that out. I know what I want to be giving away, but I'm not gonna say. But it'll be one of a kind things, I think. And got some cool ideas. And I also want it to be that, you know, I understand that not everybody can be here live, so there might be two things, like some for the live people, and then as we grow, give something for the live crowd, and then something for the rewatchers to pay attention to. We can just black out much of this. Except that part. Yeah, I can't wait for VCon. It's gonna be cool. I can't give anything away about that, but I've seen some of the design for Friends Fest. That's the VeeFriends part of the VCon. Kind of similar to Field Day, I guess, if you were at VCon last year. Similar to that, only maybe bigger, because it seems like we're taking out, I don't know, it seems to me like there's a lot more going on this time, if that makes sense. But I can't say any more, or they'll come for me. No. I want you to be excited when you see the surprises that are coming. But I'll definitely be there. I think I can say that. I can say I'll be there. I'll probably have like 45 minutes per day to like be at this station to draw live and probably do something similar live. And then I'll have some surprises. I've got some cool things that I'd like to hook people up with at VCon. And I got 40 days or so to figure it out. There's still some things on my to-do list I want to do, and if you're going to be there, let me know. A couple people in the community are excited to hang out. I don't know how much time we'll have, you know. Like, it might be pretty touch and go, but we'll try. We'll do our best. It'll be fun to see everybody in person. I'm excited about that. I may also drive up to the National Card Show in Cleveland. Spend just a couple days there, hanging out. I know a lot of the VeeFriends crew goes there, and no real agenda, just going and chilling and hanging out with the community a little bit. We'll see. Ultimately, my main goal this month up until VCon is I want to get 2 weeks ahead on the comics. In order to do that, I've got to be drawing, you know, really dialed in. I've got to be a dialed in dog. So that's what I'll be doing here on these streams, and appreciate you guys watching. Got about 4 minutes left in the stream here. We're going to open up one more mini. And like I said, you're going to want to pay attention. Either on the replay or whatnot. You're going to want to pay attention throughout the streams this week, if you can, even the replays. You never know. I'm going to drop something. And when you see this comic live, wherever you see it on the internet, make sure you say that you were here watching. You know, these things add up. These points add up to be, you know, you got to compete with the other fans. Be like, I was there. I saw this. I saw him making this. It's clout. You're going to get some, you know, you're going to earn brownie points with me, and then I'm going to be like, I'm going to remember your name, and, you know, maybe I'll buy you lunch or draw you something, or, you know, something like that. Okay, well, oh wait, he looks happy. He's not. He's not supposed to look happy. All right, let's. I just, you know, he's got to look like frightened. Like, that's hilarious. There we go. That's the vibe I was going for. He's like, wee. No. Okay, I'm gonna open up one more mini, and again, let's finish this guy's hat here. Stupid fedora. Not stupid fedora, you know what I mean. It's like, no offense to fedora wears. No. Okay, that's better. $5K likes before the stream ends. Corso wants that on. Man, you got a minute. I don't know if you could do it. Can we get to 5K likes in a minute on the TikTok stream? I don't think so, but I could be wrong. But let's open up one last. Oh, let me just. You know, we got a slaying slug today. We got a bubblegum hedgehog. I don't want to be not excited about the bubblegum ones. They're just very like common. Decisive duck. Intuitive iguana. The slaying slug detailed one was nice to pull out of there. There goes my timer saying we're done. What are we at? 4.6K likes. Corso's on a mission over there. Thanks, Corso. Appreciate you. All right, let's see what's in here. What do we got? We got another intuitive iguana. This one glows in the dark. Yeah, okay. Oh no, what did I do? There we go. 4.8K, Corso. We didn't do it. We didn't do it. We failed. Up 4.9K. I'm like hanging out here so he can get to his 5,000 likes on TikTok. I'm gonna end the other streams, but I'll stay live here on TikTok just for a second. But hey, come back tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 9:30. Hey, we're at 5K on TikTok. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. The three of you that were probably like hitting it over and over again. No, that's fine. Thanks for watching today. Check out the comic strip. Make sure you go over. Please go and watch or look at, read, absorb, consume. Read today's comic. Make a comment on it, especially over on Instagram. I'm going to go and do some commenting in there throughout the day. And I might see you back in a surprise stream over on Instagram. Let's see. And I really appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you back here tomorrow, 8 a.m. This has been the VeeFriends Daily Comic Show. Check out VeeFriends.com. And again, Comic Corner on the website has all the archives. So we'll see you back here tomorrow.